there, my name is Aiken and welcome to part 6 of the Let's Play Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup with our Minotaur monk. And yeah, we are sitting at Vaults 1, we got our first rune. We were a bit indecisive about following Snake or Vaults for the next step. I've decided to clear Vaults 1 before I go for Snake Pit, because I have no blinking scrolls on me and I was a bit scared of the ranged monsters in the Snake Pit, so we're sitting at the vaults, slowly clearing through this. Let's check this guy. He has 13% to Marcus. That's okay, I think. I could put up more magic resistance, but I feel like this 13% chance is okay. It could be better, but I really don't want to run around permanently with such high magic resistance values, because I feel like the cold resistance is doing more work for me right now. Maybe I'm wrong, don't know. So there's an Amulet of the Gourmand, which is not bad, but an Amulet of Regeneration is better, I think. For me, that is. For a spellcaster, these amulets of hunger reduction work pretty well. I'm gonna drop the Great Mace because I kinda decided to go for one-handed weaponry here. There's another scroll shop for us. Pick up the teleportation scrolls. There's another brand weapon scroll. It's always nice to know. We're gonna pick up those magic mapping scrolls immediately, and that's all for now. I was wondering if I want to pick up those Holy Word, but right now I don't feel like it. We're struggling with our inventory slots here already. There's a pack of Deep Elf, but I think I should be able dealing with them pretty fine here. Still a bit obnoxious since the archers keep blinking away and doing some considerable amounts of damage to us, but we're okay here. So there go more deep elves. We got liquid flamed, but since we're fire resistant, that's not too much of a big deal. This, though, is quite a lot of enemies, so we're gonna go around this corner, let the Convoker come, which is nice because that means his ability to summon allies is out of the game, and we're surrounded here. Let's change this to 2 enemies from attacking us, and put up the Holy Shield and slowly work through these. We're not getting too much damage here, and I think I'm able to clear out this situation without being too worried about. Okay, so that worked out. Okay, let's proceed. The Evening Star we equipped last episode is doing a perfect job here. Stuff is dying pretty quickly. I'm happy with the results we're picking up here. There's an ogre pack with an ogre mage. We're gonna level up. We're gonna go straight forward into full strength here. Maybe we're gonna find some crystal plate armor or some real heavy armor. And yeah, we're gonna replace that, because we found a cheaper file of floods, but no items I want to keep in this shop. So there's some ugly things, a simulacrum, a very ugly thing. Again, I think I'll put this fight into this corner and smack these. Gonna put down the very ugly thing first, because they deal the most damage. Not invested into my Holy Shield here, because I felt like we're okay without the Divine Shield. Bunch of zombies, not too much of a big deal. Slime creatures, we had those in the swamps. There's a triple slime creature. That's something I have to respect. And this is a bad situation actually. Let's go for there, but we got locked out. So the locking spell went off. And I'm gonna teleport. I start feeling like this situation is getting really ugly. So teleport didn't work as we intended. But at least the slime creatures are not around us anymore. I'm gonna pop a next teleportation to escape from here, because I really don't feel too comfortable here. But we're not getting out of this that easily, obviously. But that was enough time to bring down the Vault Guardian and get the situation under control. Nevertheless, we lost 2 teleportation scrolls to a kinda easy fight, but we don't have any narrow passages here available for fighting this. So, rendered falchion. Falchions are really the weakest long blades one can pick up, and we're not using long blades, and that's why I just let it lie there and not hassle with identifying it or trying it out, because it's not gonna be better than our Evening Star here. So maces and flails went to a base level of 14. We're gonna level this until it hits 16. That's the min delay for an evening star, and that's eventually enough for us. So there's Tesla. Okay, not Tesla, Nikola Tesla. That's why I was thinking he's the dude. So Tesla features a lot of electricity damage, also wielding a rapier of electrocution, and I'm gonna put up the resist electricity ring here, and immediately gonna follow into a potion of might, because Tesla counts to the most dangerous uniques you can face, but we took him down pretty easily with the potion of might and resist electricity. But still, even with resist electricity, Tesla can potentially deal still a tremendous amount of damage with his lightning spells. Always take him seriously. So he got this glowing cloak, but I feel like no other cloak would beat my magic resistance cloak here right now, apart from unique cloaks. So I'll just leave it lying there. Don't bother with it. So we got some enchant armor scrolls, which we're gonna use on this hat of magic resistance, because I probably won't change that, except for another unique hat, that is, but we don't know if we ever find something like that. It's not given. I focused down the Ogre Shaman first, Ogre Mage, because they are the most dangerous thing of every Ogre pack. But right now I feel like we're potentially pretty good at clearing this area. So there goes Asterion, wielding a demon blade of freezing. And yeah, he's basically a high-level follower of Maklab. He can conjure greater demons, which is always a bit spooky, in my opinion. That's why I'm gonna summon a Divine Warrior and start whacking him. So there's a Blizzard Demon, which can toss a lot of dangerous cold magic, but we're just gonna focus down Asterion, and we're okay with that. Okay, so there's this shiny large shield. That's something I want to try out. It's a +2 large shield. We're gonna swap here. My shield is at 14.6. That's, I think, good enough to start wielding a large shield at this point of the game. Deep Troll Shaman, some other stuff, or Angelus fighting alongside. The duration of the Angels gets extended every time you kill a monster, or every time they kill a monster, especially evil ones. So, and considering we're at 15 points of invocations, this angel also stays a long time with his basic stats. So there goes the next ogre pack. And the angel is definitely doing a lot of work for us. It's only one usage of this summon, already bringing that much work. So he despawned now, which is okay. He helped us with Asterion. That was the main reason we summoned him. And there goes a bunch of vault guards and ogres. I'm gonna put up the Divine Shield in this situation because I feel like it's a good situation to be shielded. The mage blinked away, I think. Yeah, there he is. Let's take him down quickly before he has a chance to Crystal Spear us, which would be a bit sad because we were low HP at this moment. So there goes a Phantom Mirror. That's definitely something I wanna have, but we're out of inventory slots. I'm gonna drop this hunting sling now for good, because from the looks of it I don't think we're ever gonna use this at a proper extent, so might as well drop it. So there are first boggarts, which are master summoners, really like the hardest summoners you can meet. They can blink, they can turn invisible, and they can spam shadow creatures, which always summons monsters which are at home in the branch you're actually exploring right now. So boggarts are really nasty people. You always want to take them down as fast as possible. So, Waltz 2. Let's see how this will work out. I feel comfy with going for Waltz 2 as well, but I think we're probably mighty enough to go for a Snake Pit as well. Although I want to clear out some vaults until I hit into something scary, which forces me to bail out. If this won't happen, we're gonna clear this down to Waltz 4 and leave Waltz 5 for later, because that's one of the most dangerous places the whole game has to offer. So the Ironbrand Convoker successfully summoned some friends, but that's okay for us. The next Convoker summoned even more friends, but well, there's this ghoul. Ghouls are really dangerous persons, featuring high damage and a high amount of hit points. Can go ugly, but not for us. The Evening Star definitely does a lot of work for us here. So there's another Vault Warden, Vault Guards, an Ogre Mage. But so far, judging from the looks of it, we're pretty okay with clearing vaults at this point of the game. So there's a Yaktar pack, another Vault Warden. Nah, we're doing good work here. Yet still, I'm missing a good plate armor. We've only found regular plate armors in this whole game so far. Not a single enchanted one, which is, well, a rare occurrence, I'd say. Finding not a single enchanted plate armor or other heavy armor. But we're sooner or later get there. I'm pretty sure that we're gonna find some good armor. We're making use of the corner here to avoid too many arbalest shots from these Yaktars. They're able to deal a lot of damage even if you're wearing heavy armor like me, so let's engage on him because there are no corners I could abuse here. Maybe one of those, but more maybe than everything else. So yeah, there goes the Convoker. He immediately went into recall, so we're gonna fight some more friends of his, which is something I'm totally okay with. Let's check. It's War Axe of Flaming. I always like to look up if I notice that some enemies are wearing blue shimmering items. So there's a wizard, which with a 1% of banishment chance. So we really don't need that much more magic resistance from a ring or something like that. That's okay. The highest risk here we're facing is to get marked. So there go skeletal warriors. They're the scary cousin of a white. But we're doing also pretty short work with these, which means we're probably set for the rest of the game. But, well, I expected to see a lot of damage from this Evening Star when we picked it up, and it went Electrocution. Could be still a bit more with a different brand, but I think Electrocution Evening Star will bring us through this game eventually. Maybe we can pick up another Evening Star at some point. So there's a glowing ring mail. That's also not the kind of stuff we were waiting for. Nope, still no enchanted plate mails anywhere. Sad life. But AC 30 is also, well, not bad at all. Not bad at all. Could be better, but it's not bad. So next Deep Elf pack, this time with a Deep Elf Death Mage, which obviously put up a spell which resurrects his friends as spectral summons. This is really obnoxious because you have to kill everything twice. At least twice. No, it's actually always twice, not more. And yeah, I'm gonna bail out of this fight because it's like double time on every enemy. So finally we got a grasp on the Death Mage. That was the kind of thing I was hoping for when I started kiting these. It's only a Deep Elf Archer now. They're a bit tedious to kill because of all of their blinking stuff, but with that amount of armor class, they're not too dangerous. So there's a triple slime creature, but we managed to kill it. A great orb of eyes. They're really dangerous if your magic resistance is too low. Tengu Reaver zombie. I was thinking this looks like there's a necromancer around, and was right. Necromancers tend to come with a pack of undead minions. But apart from that, they're most of the time pretty harmless. There are way more dangerous spellcasters around in this game. So looks like we're done with Vaults 2. And I'm gonna swap over to the Swamp Pit now, because I think we're able to finish this area, even without blinking and reflection. We're still gonna take it careful though. And here we are. And there's a first Naga sharpshooter. Shot 2 bolts but didn't hit us once. So this makes me optimistic. Also, the fact that these Naga die pretty quickly is also making me a bit more confident. And Snake Pit is the area where you're gonna lose some permafood, because there's almost no edible enemies here, similar to the swamp. But I feel like the swamp has more edible monsters than the Snake Pit has. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just a feeling. Don't know. So the salamanders you can eat. Louise. So she has a 1% chance of banishing us. It's not too scary. She's wearing shiny plate armor. So we're gonna put up the Divine Shield and summon a Divine Warrior because... just because. I don't want to get drained by our Demon Trident. So let's put up this plate armor, which is fire resistance, and we're gonna pump in a few scrolls of ancient armor into it. So we got some more armor class. It's 35 now. From 30 to 35. I think that's a good thing. So there's an Anaconda, but yeah. Probably we're gonna clear out this snake pit pretty quickly if we're playing not too rash and greedy here. So there's a Guardian Serpent. Guardian Serpents are a bit obnoxious because they can blink their allies around you. So you probably want to bring down the Guardian Serpents always as fast as possible, because they will keep you surrounded as much as they can. So there's a Wand of Digging, but we already have one. I don't want to have two of them. There's absolutely no need of picking up several Wands of Digging, in my opinion. You can always recharge them and reuse them as much as you want to. So looks like this is going to be a very quick clear of Snake Pit 1. So there's the first Nagaraja. They are kinda like the strongest Naga around. But looks like we're also managing this pretty decently. So let's kill the Naga Ritualist. There was a Mana Viper, which drains your magic points if it hits you. And there's a first Shock Serpent. I have no resist electricity on, but I wanted to try it out without resist electricity, because it was only alone. We were full HP. That's a good environment to experiment how good we can kill them. Went really well, actually. So that's a huge Naga pack here. It's Nagaraja and everything else. So we took a huge smack here from something. But we're set. It's only the Black Mamba coming and another Ritualist, but this is where our regeneration comes in really handy. We're healing pretty quickly, we're regenerating pretty quickly, and yeah, let's get them around the corner some. But yeah, they're following not as quick as I want to because they're slow Naga. It's overall a thing about the Snake Pit. It features a lot of high HP enemies with all those Naga, which come naturally with a good armor class. So there's a Shock Serpent, there's this Guardian Serpent encircling us with all his friends. There's the next Shock Serpent. That's definitely the point where I want to put up the Arilak, and we're removing the cold resistance because we need fire resistance more into the salamanders. So let's change into cold resistance again, because the electricity resistance ring has this minus slaying modification, which means we're dealing a significant amount less damage there while we're wearing it. But I took too much damage in the first Shock Serpent encounter, so I wanted to negate some of the second. So that's Snake Pit 2 done. Let's dive into Snake Pit 3. And this level I don't want to auto-explore that quickly like the first two, because I feel like we gotta see some danger here at some point. This all was too nice to us so far. So there's some Anaconda we can eat. Some book we're never gonna use because we're a stupid Minotaur. We got our god. That's enough magic for us. So there's maces and flails at 15.8, so we can turn this off pretty soon. because we reached min delay of our evening star. Wand of Enslavement, that's nothing I want to keep. Let's turn off the auto pickup of the magical power ring as well, because it's also nothing we want to pick up regularly. So there goes the Naga Mage. There's a ruined door here. Okay. Gonna keep it closed for now. Shock Serpent again. And yeah, that's 60 points of damage without resist electricity. It's a bit uncautious from me taking these on without resist electricity, but as long as they're alone, I'm not too afraid here. Nobody triggered that teleport trap. Interesting. So, a lot of Mambas and a lot of damage. At this point, we're getting hungry again, so I'm gonna eat some permafood. Because I can't rely on edible chunks down here. They're not spawning often enough to rely on them. So, we got a Book of Changes, which is the basic book of every transmuter. It's nothing we're gonna use. So the only spell I wanted to memorize at this point would be Blink, because it's a very useful spell which can be picked up with a moderate amount of investment. And okay, we're getting surrounded by a bunch of anacondas, which I want to kill first, because I feel like they deal the most damage here. So we can turn down maces and flails at this point, because we're not going to need it anymore. I'm going to invest some more into dodging, because at some point when my armor rating is high enough, I can start dodging again, even if I'm wearing plate armor. Dodging always puts up some points of EV on your stats, so gonna go for that for now, because I only could train up more evocations, which I don't need too much, or go for throwing, or, well, nah. I think dodging is a good option to go for in the long run. So I'm really curious about this ruined door, what's lurking behind it, but I'm also a bit scared of the consequences here. So I'm not gonna open this yet. We're going down to Snake Pit 4, and my plan here is to clear out this vault here, pick up the rune, and maybe then stick my head into this situation there. So we're gonna put up some exclusions for this area, so I'm not gonna stumble into this by accident. So there goes an Ocelot plant. Still, I feel like I have no resist corrosion in this game. Nope, it's only those acid dragon scales I could wear for some corrosion resistance, but that's nothing I really want to use. No, not really. So, the Ocelot plant is guarding an altar of Macleb. I'm gonna put up the Divine Shield at this moment, because there's a lot of stuff swarming towards me. So we're bringing down the sharpshooter and kite this back to the stairs, because this is getting too much damage on me and too many enemies around me. That's what it's getting. That's not cool. So we killed these two guys, and for now we can head into this and kill them all with the full HP and only regular Naga hanging around. It's not that scary anymore. So there goes this next snaky situation. A lot of snakes with the Naga Ritualist in the back. Naga Ritualists can strip your poison resistance and put up some Allgrab's toxic radiation, which will just poison you, even if you're resistant to poison. That's why resistance to poison is that important for a snake pit. Because if you're not at least basic poison resistant, you're getting blown up by all these poison stacks so hard. Yeah. So there's already stuff swarming out of this vault. A lot of guardian serpents, 2 at once. But we're just clearing this, killing everything that sticks its head out of the vault. So there's a ton of Naga slithering towards us. And I'm gonna let them come one by one. So there's the sharpshooter, comfortable melee range, and I'm gonna head upstairs because I got a lot of wounds. I got force lanced by this Naga ritualist, which knocks you back a few tiles. And there comes a new huge Naga pack, but that's okay. We can deal with them. So I'm going to this downstairs again and clearing out the rest. Looks like somebody here popped the scroll of summoning with all those summons around. Yep, was a regular Naga wielding a scroll of summoning in their items. That happens from time to time. So there goes the next big fight. There are a lot of enemies down here, but we kinda take them down pretty easily. I only gotta be careful if I take too much damage from some sources. From time to time it happens. But apart from that, as long as I take my regeneration breaks, I feel pretty safe with this branch. So we took quite some damage here. Some backing off a bit. Yeah, there's a salamander and a Nagaraja and a regular Naga, so we got this. That's the thing about Snake Pit, you always gotta be careful with the high impact damage of the constriction, the range attacks. There's a lot of damage and beefiness in these guys. They feature all a lot of HP. So if you're not doing enough damage, this branch can potentially get pretty dangerous. So there goes another pack. 1 salamander and a handful Naga. Nothing too spooky here. So we're gonna drop the exclusions and head into here. And we're taking this at a really slow pace because there's gonna be an army of Naga inside there. And there come the guardian serpents. Yeah, this is really bad. I'm gonna pop Scroll of Fear because this lightning serpent really feels like a lot of danger to me, because lightning serpents can deal a lot of damage even if you're lightning resistant. And our only option for lightning resistance also is bad for our offensive capabilities. That's why I actually try to kill them without using my lightning resistance here. So there's a lot of anacondas around us. Gonna put up the shield to reduce some damage here. The anacondas are quicker than us, and we're gonna fear again and teleport actually, because it's only 50 HP left and we're stuck in the area of this Oklop plant. Ugh, that's really obnoxious. Yeah, gotta blink. Waste my only source of blinking here. But if I took another shot from this, my adventure is over. Yeah, that was a very unlucky teleportation scroll there. Very, very unlucky. Could have saved this potion of heal wounds actually. Was a waste. But it was kind of like hoping that when I went for this heal wounds potion that it just would stop spitting for once, but this time the Oclop kind of like attacked every single occasion. It's not always like that. Sometimes they skip turns. Was kinda counting on this, but didn't happen. But hey, I'm not too sad here. It's better than to use a scroll of blinking than just to lie on the floor and be dead. It's possibly the better outcome of the situation. And it's a branch ending after all. You can use a blinking scroll for a branch ending. It's not a big deal. But still, it was my only blink scroll. Always hurts a bit to lose your only blink scroll. Always feeling a bit more naked as soon as I've lost my last blink scroll. So there go the Naga sharpshooter, the Naga Raja. Oh, that's a crap ton of enemies, and I probably want to teleport again here. Because I feel like that's, again, way too many enemies. That's lethal poison. For some reason I was down here the whole time without poison resistance. Okay, looks like you can clear this area even without poison resistance. Okay, funny thing. Totally forgot to put it on, actually. Now I noticed that I never put this resist poison ring on. But on the other hand, this was the first situation where poison actually got some issue there. Before that we never really got poisoned hard. Must be all this armor class and shield value. So that's a bit embarrassing to talk that much about poison resistance down in the snake pit and then don't use poison resistance at all while clearing this. And then be wondering why you're lethally poisoned. Yeah, le derp, le me. Okay, so I think we're down to the last few Naga down here. I hope at least that this is at some point getting to an end. Still some guardian serpents streaming out of here. Let's heal back up around the corner. But judging from the looks of it, there's not much left here guarding this rune. So we got this Nagaraja teleported to us, which is okay. So there's the Serpentine rune of Zod. And let's head back upstairs. And I want to check out the rune door. I want to know what's in here. But before we do so, we're gonna use the wand of digging here and dig there to have a nice kill hole here. If there's some really spooky stuff in there. Because rune doors, you never know what lurks behind them. Could be really bad, could be pretty harmless. You never know. That's why I didn't want to open this door before I'm done with the lower floor here. So let's put up the resist electricity again. When I'm facing two of those, I really want to have it up. And swap the electricity resistance to fire resistance again because of the salamanders in here. So that was pretty harmless so far. For the last room, it's not getting more dangerous. Okay, so we could have finished this on the first go, but you never know what's lurking inside a vault before you open the door. Okay, so that's Snake Pit done. That's our second rune in the pocket. And I'm gonna proceed to vaults. I think I'm gonna clear vaults down to 4. It's another pack of baddies here. Still a lot of enemies down here, obviously, respawns. But that's okay. So there goes another pack. But I'm gonna clear them along the way to vaults 2. So before I continue with vaults, I'm gonna put up the protection from cold and drop the protection from poison, and let's do the last 2 levels of the vaults before it gets to vaults 5, and probably after vaults down to 4 we're gonna finish the depths and then start thinking about where we're gonna pick, how we're gonna achieve our last rune to enter Zod. But that's something which is happening in the future of this story. Okay, so I got rid of the royal jelly. And there's an ancient champion. These guys are pretty scary. He's hasted. He's wielding a great sword. And since this is the entrance to the crypt, I'll just bring up a divine warrior, which will help me with this situation here. Holy damage is always nice to have with undead spooking around. So, if I understood it right here, my summon will stay only longer if I kill unholy or other especially hated beings of the Shining One. So these ogres won't extend the duration of my Deva, although this freezing spirit will. Shadow Wraith, sorry, not freezing spirit. So just a few Yaktars. They get so harmless when your armor class is high enough. It's pretty funny. So there's a stone giant. They die pretty quickly now too. But we're really pretty set for the late game here with the Evening Star. The only thing that's missing are a few Randarts that just really do a good job, but we can potentially finish the game even without any better items at this point. So this is pretty hot. It's a deep elf pack combined with the regular stuff down here. And there's double demonologist, so I think I want to bail out here. Maybe not. So there's that Sitzimittel. These demons can torment you, and torment basically just cuts your HP into half. No matter how much HP you had before, it's gonna be only the half. That's pretty scary, but looks like the Shining One protects us from that bit. We have max resistance to negative energy through our god, so we took way less damage from the torment than the other guys did, which was pretty good. So we killed the Deep Elf Annihilator. They are counting to the most dangerous spellcasters in the game. Okay, so let's face these orcs. They're not too much of a challenge here. Another ogre pack. Let's kill the mage as fast as possible, and then finish off the rest. So this game really shows how well suited a Minotaur is for just straight up winning the game. You can use any weaponry you want. You can use any good drop, apart from good helmets. You don't need to worry about your aptitudes, because in fighting everything is great for a Minotaur. Every weapon you learn equally quick. That's a lot of qualities combined with strong natural attacks and huge hit points here. The Minotaur is one of the easiest races to win the game. But that's also nice because, well, I've played this game a lot before I won it the first time. Took me really quite a while. That's also because I'm playing around too much, often taking things not serious enough. Especially when I'm not recording my games, then I start to play a bit mindless from time to time. So there's another deep elf pack where killing these also pretty relaxed here. Yet still I'm really anxious from this level, because Vaults 4, I've met a lot of nasty uniques down there. I've really met a lot of nasty uniques down here on Vaults 4. Stuff like Manas, Boris, or Mara, all these uniques that you just actually don't want to fight most of the time, because they're too dangerous. So I'm expecting to see some ugly unique here at some point. But maybe that doesn't happen. Maybe we just get another player ghost this game. Instead of uniques, we get player ghosts in this run. Would also be funny. So there's a shapeshifter in form of a wind drake. Not too scary at all. So we're up at 200 HP by now, which is really good. Another deep elf pack. Some summoned demons. Deep elf mages really love to have some summoning spells. But yeah, judging from the looks of it, we're also set to clear out elf 3 if we want to, because we've met a lot of dangerous elves so far, and we're hitting them, we're killing them pretty quickly. We have no trouble beating their evasion rating. But first, clear out Vaults 4. So that's the Convoker down before he can finish his word of recall. Guess that's the shapeshifter too. No, that was legit wolf spider. Another ogre pack. They get pretty easy by now. No, another Yaktar pack. Same goes for them. They're not too much of a challenge anymore. Yaktars can get really dangerous if you're low AC. Then you gotta respect those crossbows with their high base damages. But not here. Not with shield rating of 24, AC rating of 36. Even our evasion rating is climbing. It was 9 when I checked it the last time. So even that's getting better. Although we're wearing plate armor. So there's a troll pack. I don't feel like getting surrounded by these. Deep trolls can still pack a lot of damage if you let them surround you. If there's a priest, one of their shaman around, you can haste them, and that's when stuff gets more interesting. So there's an entropy weaver. They're the most spammable source of corrosion in the game, I think. Nobody corrodes you faster than an entropy weaver. But yeah, we killed him quicker than he was able to corrode us further. But you're not always that lucky. And looks like Waltz 4 is also done pretty quickly. So there's a floating orange brain. These are also summoners. So I really like to kill them fast. Deep Elf Sorcerer. They are a source of damnation, formerly known as Hellfire. Unavoidable, unresistible damage. And right now we're just hammering through these. It's only the Death Knight left. Got the Pain Reflection, but well, I felt like I can kill him as well, while he's reflecting his pain. If he wasn't the last enemy, I totally wouldn't have done that. So, we killed this guy, had a short lag. There goes an Atin without weapons, because he's a shapeshifter. And we're done exploring here. And I think we're gonna continue on Elf. But maybe we're gonna do Depths first. I gotta think about that. I don't know yet if we're gonna follow for Depths or for Elf next. But I think one thing's for sure. We're gonna go for which level is it? 13. Let's go for Dungeon 13. Leave the vaults for now. And I think it's time to thank you guys for watching and call this an episode for now. We're gonna see if the next episode will follow down the depths or the Elvish halls, but in either case, we're gonna continue the adventures of the Minotaur monk until he eventually finds the Orb of Zod and escapes the dungeon and saves the world. Thanks for your time, guys, and hopefully see you all soon again. Bye bye.